My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
The blood in your head thrums and pounds. That pounding blood obscures who you are. An overwhelming loss of memory. How you ended up amidst these hellish flames is just as hidden. You have nothing in your skull, besides your name and a headache. But you are in danger. Time to get out of here. And then you can shed light on the dark of the matter of yourself. This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
You've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Apart from this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about the brain. Isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive. You're but one step from oblivion's stupor yourself, still wading through your empty skull to think a single thought. Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings. A fleeting image washes over you, an unwashed operating table, your innards without. The headache grows worse. The dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you. As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive, or transform her like that other unfortunate? Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane Yank.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape. Hurry! Before they strike!
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time. You half expected your memories to return once you were free of the Mind Flayer ship. But your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as your past. Your head whispers vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy upon you. You drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands close to this body, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face. You see flashes of flesh, all lumped together in a mass grave. No single image sticks out. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry. I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things, somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flare ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right, I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse. You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
Get away from that thing.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice. You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone?
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you loon! Ah! Ah!
As soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination, you snap back to realize they have all come true.
You were supposed to lend a hand, not take one.
Joy floods through you. You were dazed on the Nautiloid, but now you are truly awake. Alive.
Huh. You look rabid, pained, sick. You're spasming and twitching. You poor thing. The norm is to keep dirty thoughts like that to ourselves, but do carry on. It seems you've been dealt a vile hand. I say, play it. Play it for all it's worth. Nobody should deny themselves their true nature.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone!
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship. You're all hot air. Think you can get us to leave that bounty to you? Not a chance. What are you lot waiting for? Get her!
As you writhe with sickly dreams, a deep dread floods you. Though you have a tadpole, you know your broken mind is not like the others who bear the worm. A few scraps of the past come back to you now and then, but you can never quite tell where the knowledge comes from. Inexplicable, violent yearnings overwhelm all other thoughts. Who could you possibly be to be their vessel? The ancestral knowledge of your dragon clan is diluted amid the liquid hate in your blood. It must have been a very long time since you were among your kind. When you try to think of a home, your mind twists itself back to indulge in the delights of the day. You recall waking up, hearing the pounding war drum of blood. How much you treasured the sight of the first corpse you touched. Your body feels aroused, imagining a broken, twisted neck, and a thrill thinking of a trailing intestine. As these images flood your mind, you fall soundly asleep like a babe in arms. Blood, 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 blood.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life? Curiosity. Nothing more. Wilt thou answer my question? So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life? Some do. Yes, very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
We can't trust her. Her kin nearly got us killed when they attacked the Nautiloid.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look. Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down. The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Make space, and my might is yours. Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This woman saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow. With a thunk, the armored man collapses, unconscious.
Enough. The goblins have found us. No doubt the beasts will be back. We need to pack up and leave. Immediately!
Now that's settled. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. We're refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the Descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the Hells.
So I hoped, but we've lost so many already. And more will die if we're forced out again. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else. We'd owe you a great debt. What little we have, we'll scrape together. It isn't coin we need, it's time.
Really?
We're messengers now.
You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
In a secluded place all alone. It would be too easy to do away with her, far beneath your talents.
I won't say anything. Just don't hurt me, please.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Your mind wanders. If the crossbow bolt shot through her mouth, would she taste the metal before she died?
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the Absolute, I am. I'm blessed.
Here it comes, you little beast. That goblin won't be the last.
It was wrong.
It was justice. Or the start of it.
Step! Harry! Strike! Damn it! It's just not landing. Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword. Like this, you mean? Step, step, strike! Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Ignore her, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
You see the fiend again and ignite with Will's rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Her name is Karlach. An archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship.
But the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two. Good job. Now they're even more scared.
You're wrong. I'm not going to get killed. Not by stupid goblins. Not by anyone.
You think we're not tough enough to defend ourselves? I've been training for days. Leave me alone!
Whoa. Hey. Can't say I've ever seen someone like you before. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. You haven't seen anything yet, lady. Go on, take the ring and watch your fortune change. Call it. Heads or tails. Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested? You got it. One sec. That's what I got. Nothing caught you.
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn. You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Hey, you here to trade or? Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. Fine. I'm not so good at counting, but I think any percentage of 0 is 0. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out! We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake. Ugh. I don't give a rag about me. It's my daughter I'm worried about.
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
Sounds like she made the fatal mistake of getting caught. We shouldn't get involved.
Great, another one.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Carl Magrin, give her a chance. You, get back! Kick back! Force Kiss my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Shh, I'm concentrating. Does this look good? Is the coin in the middle? Stop it! Help! Help!
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
No. What did you do? Oh, it's everywhere. You ruined a perfectly good snack.
You claim victory over the squirrel, though you're not sure why you were fighting to begin with.
I thought you were Halcyon.
The boar prances around, haunches clenching and unclenching impatiently.
Where's Halcyon? Promise me a mate.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
A death viper. You've milked their poison before. A single drop of it could kill that child in a heartbeat.
Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike. The death of a child. A timeless tragedy that never grows old.
Now, Wrath.
No.
Ithias! Tila, to me!
Gone. By the gods, Korga, what have you done?
Bury the remains. Continue the rite.
And the parents? They're just outside.
This outsider will take word once I've spoken to her. We must focus on the rite. Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster? Monsters both, then? Viper to viper. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. Ah, yes. You like to meddle. See what happens. So let me tell you what happens next. You will offer your services to Zevlor. Guide the Outlanders out of the grove. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. Then they soon know the sting of my venom. Get out. We have no more business.
Mercy on us, Sylvanus. Mercy. 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 By every star, by every vein on every leaf, she must. This has only happened because our true leader was taken from us. This is how a terrible cycle begins. All is out of balance. We need Master Halsin. Without him, Korga's ritual will divide this grove forever. It is what Korga desires. I doubt it is what Sylvanus wants.
Please. I'm resting.
The bird says nothing, trying to rest.
Ah! Big dog. Null. I got too close. Hills. Near. Road.
The bird lapses into silence, her head lolling to the side. She lies limply on the table, completely still.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
My, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins? I've always preferred experience to the second-hand accounts of lesser men, but to each their own. Now, I've a few more questions, if you don't mind. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witnesses noticed a red dragon marching at rear. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? Really? Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Ah, but is superstition all? These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to dawdle. My friend, every story benefits from a dragon. Until we meet again.
Just a moment. This man is recording my story. I am far from home.
As the colourful man starts scribbling, the bear sneaks a quick look at the page. His brow furrows. Incomprehensible squiggles surround a crude sketch. A bear disemboweling a clutch of tieflings.
It hurts! It hurts! Please, make it stop!
Don't you think it's awful?
We'll save you, poor soul.
The critters start a duet of their own, attempting to drown out the bard's music. They look at you expectantly.
Of course, we are born performers.
Unlike some.
Dance upon the stars tonight.
thoughts of mine will change. No. Become. Change? No. Damn it! I thought they were cheering me on. Even animals think I'm terrible. I want to finish this song, but I can't. Nothing fits, you know? True. And when you finally perfect a song, there's nothing like it. But when you're stuck and it's just getting worse, ugh. It can't hurt. I have an extra lute, if you want. I'll start from the beginning. We'll take it slow. Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away. That was interesting. Why don't we try again? Moon reminds me of your grace, all the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Sorry. She'd have said the same thing. That's the first time I've played since Lihala died. My teacher. She was playing her lute. We didn't hear the gnolls coming. There was so much blood. I can still smell it. Lihala said that's where eulogies were important. They were for the living as well as the dead. I'd forgotten what it was like. That itch to perfect a song. Keep the lute, please. You've earned it. The Weeping Dawn will be my gift to Lihala. I've a long way to go. But thank you. I needed this.
Too sweet. Odiously sweet. The vomitous gall within despairs at your kindness.
Shh. Listen.
Your favorite drownings all take place in shallow water. Just a slice of the ankle tendons. A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm. The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer. Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Are they gone?
Unless you have news of Arabella, I don't want to hear it.
Corker did... What?
No! No! That snake! That...
Ah! You're addressing me? A humble ox. How quaint.
A druid or two, I suppose. But the novelty remains fresh. I suppose I did. Yes. I had quite a life in El Turul. Chewing cud, pulling carts, etc.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No. You are incapable. You don't want to know what I'm a devil for. Believe me.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured, and I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. Mind the true soul. She will... She...
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen, like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin. We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks. What? And just leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
So the tadpole allows us to influence others. How very interesting.
Influence, yes. But for better or worse. Until we know, I recommend a cautious approach.
You have the ability to manipulate people, make them bend to your every whim, and you'd be cautious about it? That's no fun. My point exactly. I'm so glad you agree.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. This body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you. You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat. It's a splinter. I've gutted bigger threats than you with worse. You're small, weak. Killing you would be a waste of time. You can go, but you make one wrong step and I'll rip you to shreds.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly. I told you to go.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
You know my name? Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest. He's not my clan. He's my friend. Of course he will. And then we'll return home. We were attacked with cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
No, I won't leave him. If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
I'm so glad I found... Wait, it's me. It's Alfira, from the Grove. I'm sorry for barging in like this, but I had to come find you. You've... well, inspired me. I want to stand on my own 2 feet, to prove that I can be half the bard Lihala was. I want to join you, to fight by your side. I want to help people, as you've helped me. I've been running since El Turel. And when we finally arrived at the Grove, we found danger there too. Unless I hide away from the world, I can't avoid it. So I'd rather face it head on, with you. Really? Just like that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Really? Just like that? All right. But if she reaches for that loot, it's firewood.
I won't let you down. I promise. I can't wait to hit the road. Where will we go? Neverwinter? Oh, can we go to Waterdeep? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take it one note at a time, as my teacher would say. We should probably hit the hay. Although I don't think I'll sleep a wink. I can't wait to start traveling.
You open your eyes with a lurch, and you are not in your bed. You stand above a body which is in a state of gore nearly beyond recognition. The body of that brave girl who earnestly swore to devote her life to your cause. Her blood covers you, and its warmth feels like the embrace of an old friend. You recall nothing of how you ended up here, but your head pounds and aches. No matter how it appears, the body is there, and her blood is on your hands. The question flows through your mind. Who are you, really, that you could be guilty of such bitter business? If you could craft a corpse like this in one night, what masterpieces have you sculpted in your forgotten decades? You don't have much time for reflection now. You need to act. You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the hot sin before you. You scrub yourself until your hands are cold and raw. While your body starts to feel clean, the blood doesn't seem to leave. After a few moments more of scrubbing, your hands begin to sting, but her blood is still on your hands, surely. You shake your head, and it seems to go away. Only then. If you are fortunate, no soul will be able to know you were behind this murder. You wonder if your misdeed will be noticed.
By the gods themselves. What kind of nightmare is this? I'm going to say something I'm confident we're all thinking. Was this your doing?
It is dangerous, wandering around at night. You could bump into anything.
Your guilt is safe. For now. As the Inquisition departs, you are left alone with a familiar headache.
Look it, Claw. Sapper's here. Unless you got another reason to be here. Feck shite.
Let's try to be diplomatic, shall we? Goblins don't come by the handfuls, but by the dozens.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
You? Well, guess we're in with all sorts these days. If you're here to see Draw Ragslin, you'll want to let him and the lads know you're one of us. There's a party on. Celebrating a raid, we are. You'll need to wear our war colours. Nice to have this across the mug. Ought to do it. Them's the rules. You follow them now, or you follow them dead. What'll it be? Do it, or don't, you bloody ranger. I hope that was worth it, Daddy.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prism, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
I don't know what that toy of hers is, but I'm glad it's on our side.
Trust me, I will. Let's keep going.
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblet kind had reduced them to cowering filfhenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had led you glad.
You! Move off!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I, huh?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin, I am draw Ragslin, Tumptuous, draw Ragslin,
You broke him!
Wait, wait. Draw Ragslin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon! Back to your cage!
Now, look what you've done.
Thrust his arm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest. Everyone just barges in here, thinking they rule the world. Ha!
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the Absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your face.
Well, go on. Give him a nibble.
You kneel before him, eagerly feigning reverence.
Good. Yeah. Good.
But with one quick snatch, you envelop a toe in your foul maw.
Trickster! The
toe itself tastes of curd, cave-aged, with thick helpings of rancid gristle.
You fiend! I'll teach you some respect! Wait! I yield! I yield!
How about you make him kiss your feet next? Pungent poetic justice.
Yes! Yes! There! There! I've done it.
My, this place is fun.
Arrogant pig.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting. Hold still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She, too, carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices? Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. A creature? There's definitely something rotten in there. Let me take a closer look. I ain't seen anything like this before. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business. Ready to clear your head? Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell. Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters, so... There we go. Secret and safe. Well, secret.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind, like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric. Sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches, and you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Hells! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain. No, it's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah? Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though. It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple. You won't regret this. Being a true soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So drink this. It'll purify ya.
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
I ain't deceiving nobody. I'm trying to help. Sweet dreams. I'll see your ugly mug on the other side. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking. I know that much. I saw the whole horrible story in your memories. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out, your skin rips off, and you turn into one of them. Lies! I'm stronger than ever, and I've got the Absolute on my side. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope? Gorilla Heartflame. At your service. My master has been keeping a close eye on you. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. An observer. He's curious about you and your condition. At this point, you're more interesting alive than dead. So here I am, your savior in times of need. Be a little more careful. That skin's valuable, and we won't always be watching.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Bloodthirsty, ain't ya? Ha! Go on in! Make him scream.
No! Please!
Face the prisoner. Consider the implements provided. Then...
Go
Die. That all you got? Being soft ain't gonna make him talk.
You don't know why, but you are really good at this. You never want this perfect moment to come to an end. The prisoner smiles through the pain, then spits in your direction.
Burn in every hell! Should have known you'd be soft. Get out!
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
Please. The things they do to that man? So crude and primitive. I was invited to teach them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas... Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Do not be ashamed, child. What I see in your eyes, in your soul, is only natural. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Loviatar teaches us, through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
This man is of common stock. Only the poorest of men need settle for the spectacle of their own gore.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. Your voice sounds so sweet, dear one. Keep going.
Would you have joined up with her if you'd known she'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
Pain is proof that we live. Revel in it. That's it, dear one! Let Loviatar hear you!
My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Better not let too much be spilled. As much as I'm enjoying the show, we may still need her afterwards.
You are doing so well! Do not give in now! Yes, you can, child! Take the pain and offer it up to Loviatar. Offer it all. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance. Oh, as did I, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lad'll make the prisoner squeal soon enough, I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it, you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt? Worshippers of a false god. Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp. Her mind focuses. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary. We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is. He's been resilient, but he'll talk.
She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon. You are sure? And how did you find it? Excellent. Now, show it to me. Be my eyes.
Her mind enters yours, a splinter of ice piercing your memories. Tiefling faces flicker into view as she attempts to learn the grove's location. She sees the entrance to the grove as the adventurers retreat inside, joining the tieflings, and then smiles serenely as blood and shadow spread like stains across your memory, erasing all that lived there.
The cowards found refuge among the desperate. Perfect. If the inhabitants do not realize you are the knife at their throats, we can use that against them. Go to their refuge and make your way inside. As a friend. I will gather a raiding party and move into position. You will open the gates from the inside when the time is right to strike. We will cleanse the place of infidels and burn it to the ground in the Absolute's name. And then we will be the first among her favorites.
The masterful painting she depicts of the massacre awakens you hungrily.
The Absolute brought you here for a reason. To throw open those gates so we can crush our enemies. Good. Marshalling the goblins is no simple matter, but my warband will be ready to attack by next light. You must make your way inside. Once I am in position, on your signal, we break them. And when they are dead, the Absolute will reward your faith. As will I. For the Absolute.
Wait! Bows down! Gods above! We took you for a goblin! Get up here! I want that gate sealed before they arrive. And we need to talk!
Gods above, you're alive. A little light, just as the day seems darkest. I'd given you up for dead at the goblin camp. I'm damn glad to be wrong.
But what happened? We've seen them massing in the woods. Truly. Hells, I didn't expect it. We were almost ready to leave.
Well, there's nothing for it now. A fight it will have to be.
We threw them back once. If you're with us, perhaps we can do it again. We have the barricades, just not the warriors to man them. If we're to survive, we'll need to thin the goblin numbers quickly. Every ounce of oil that we could spare has been buried out in front of the gate. We'll blow the horn to draw them in, and pray our fire arrows strike true. Believe me, I've prayed to find one. But the gods have seen fit to stay out of this. You haven't. And so we place our faith in you instead. See to your preparations, and then sound the horn. Let's have this done. This is it. Everything turns on this. Get that damn gate closed! I know that you are all afraid. But I also know that you have been fighting your whole lives. We have never been handed the easy choices or the gentle paths. And this is no different. These creatures would take our lives
our children, our future, and we must resist!
A splinter of ice works its way into your mind.
A pretty speech. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Now slit his throat and open that gate. The Absolute wants all of them dead.
What are you doing? They'll kill us all! Hells, you're with them, aren't you? Oh, gods. What have you done?
Quickly. Excellent. Are they?
Stay focused. On the move.
That won't work.
I won't give in. Try me.
Again.
Bloody coward!
I am fury. I am death. You bow or you break. Try something else. Make way!
Its way into your mind.
The way is clear. Now we can cleanse this place completely. Kill everyone.
Moving in.
Freshly turned soil shifts beneath your feet as you approach the grave. The shovel in turned soil feels oddly familiar. Within your sick heart, you know, in grave digging, you have quite the body count. To be adored, to be found beautiful one last time is more than most corpses could ever dream.
A glorious day. The Absolute will be pleased. But there is more to be done. This place is home to druids. Root them out and kill them. Praise the Absolute. She will reward us well for this exquisite carnage. The true honor is to serve the Absolute. She loves you fiercely. I see that in the strength she has given you. And she has so much more to give. There is a bond between us, true soul. I can see what you are, what you want, and you can see what I want.
Through her eyes, you see yourself, skin glistening with sweat, hands bound. Ecstasy or terror, maybe both. You feel her breath on your neck, her fingers running down your spine, and then it is over.
I will come to your camp tonight. We will celebrate this victory together.
As you approach your camp, the raucous celebrations have already begun. But you are intercepted before you can join the party.
As I feared, there is no place in your company for a hero. I want no part of this, or of you.
Volo has fallen into the goblin's clutches again, and appears to be chronicling your misdeeds. The goblins praise the Absolute, but their celebrations also honor their leaders, Minthara and you.
You fought well, and so did these creatures, thanks to our leadership. When you tire of their company, come to me. Tonight, you are mine.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Well, hello. Welcome to my humble party. What's your poison? Red? White? I'm afraid it's warm, but, needs must. So, what are we drinking to? Other than a pile of corpses. To victory. Delicious. So, has anyone in the camp caught your eye? Whatever makes you happy, I suppose. As long as you don't come scratching at my door.
Ah, the guest of honor arrives. I've been observing the festivities from a sensible distance. No! I mean to say, I am quite content behind bars. A precautionary measure, you understand. I can't rightly document your deeds from the bottom of a goblin cookpot, after all. What you did at the Grove, I rather think the world should remember. Don't you? I am simply saying that you are a creature of ambition, drive, intent. The Grove, for example, its destruction was quite necessary to your purpose, I have no doubt. It's simply that, for the life of me, I cannot imagine what that purpose was. Could you elaborate? I appreciate your editorial instincts, but Dania himself does not get a peek at my early drafts. Should my writing favor facts over form, it is only to keep pace with events. You have been quite busy, after all.
What a glorious celebration. Hip deep in gore. The goblins stole good wine. It goes straight to the head. What's wrong with enjoying a gift from our guests? Maybe, if I down enough of this swill, it'll pickle the worm in my skull. We set a pack of refugees on fire. A child could have done it. Not exactly an ambush for the ages.
Shadowheart's mind is drenched in drink and confusion. She's killed before, enjoyed it even, but now an ill, twisting feeling lingers in her gut, one that has nothing to do with the wine.
Maybe, but I know better than to share my bed drunk. Unless you meant to raise my spirits by other means. Ah, sitting. Such an engaging activity. But that doesn't sound half bad.
She looks you up and down, her mind touches yours. You feel her hand at your neck, her lips closing around yours.
Are you ready to give yourself to me? Good. I will join you when you go to your bed. You are mine.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
You are here. Good. Come with me. Now, lie down. Your obedience will make this more enjoyable for both of us. Tell me what you want, and you shall have me.
As your bodies lock together, so do your minds. Her whole being is laid bare before you. And half hidden at the center of her desire, you discover something unexpected. Fear. You draw her closer, with all the vim of a lover's first embrace. The sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar. The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes. A diminutive creature sporting a red hat glares at you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
You bastard! You ruined it! You ruined everything! By making everything worse? Ethel was going to bring my husband back from the dead, and now I'll never see him again. Because of you! No, I'm not! Why ruin my deal when I was so close? Just a bit longer and my child would have been born. And all this would have been over. Don't judge me. I have nothing. My baby would have been raised in rags. Auntie Ethel promised to give this child a good life. Teach them magic, even. More than I could have done. Well, I didn't bloody ask you, did I? I didn't ask for any of this. I just wanted Connor back. Now I have to drag his corpse back home, coffin and all, because a goddamn grave is the closest I'll get to seeing him again. I hope you're happy. Gods, didn't hear you coming. I know I should head home, but I can't bring myself to leave. The thought of putting him in a wheelbarrow and making the journey all over again. What? You can?
You feel a surge of power from the wand. The air suddenly tastes acrid. It wants to be used.
Bring him back! Bring Connor back! Please! What? What's happening? Why is he still dead?
You feel something pull at you. The creature yearns for a master.
What have you done to him? Not permanent! Bits of him have fallen off! I wanted him back the way he was, not this! You bastard! Give him back! I thought you were going to hell! I thought...
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true, bloody pleasure. I'm rather the admirer of the sanguine arts, even if I wasn't quite born under a killing moon myself. Shall we withdraw? We have much to discuss, to our mutual satisfaction. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere. The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Not easily rattled, I see. Good. makes the next part that much more straightforward. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that. Take all the time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease. I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
The beautiful broken heap smells oddly enticing. You find you can't resist inhaling her offals. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
There you are. Good. I know what you did. All those people in the Druid's Grove. You slaughtered them to a man. Did it make you feel important, huh? Did it make you feel big? It almost isn't fair striking down a lunatic. But for someone as dangerous as you, I'll make an exception.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. Believe me, she's no tiefling, but a devil. We were lucky to escape. Just yesterday, the devil Karlach slaughtered countless refugees. An entire family met their end at her hands, including a pregnant mother. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her. If that's true, this is the first glimmer of hope we've had for a long while. But I'll need proof. Bring me her head, and I'll give you my blade. It carries Tyr's blessing, and you will have earned it by carrying out his justice.
A faint, acrid smell clings to the corpse, like the memory of a storm. The head comes free with a sickening crunch. With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the Absolute on a cave wall in blood. Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind. Sensing your presence, the Gnoll's tadpole writhes in ecstasy, echoing your command. Its host will feast on Gnoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. A shadow swims across your vision, and a familiar voice tells you to be calm. You are loved. She is still ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her. Her tadpole responds, thrashing violently, and the fragile tissue of her brain tears and splits. You taste the blood in her throat, feel it pooling in the cavity of her skull. But she still resists. Your tadpole wriggles, contented, as she tears out her own throat.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree.
It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat!
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta!
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Imbecile! Stay back!
Now, child, your pet means to speak. Tell me, pet, why shouldn't I run you through this instant? Perceptive for such an inferior creature. For you to keep sucking air, it is necessary for you to tell me something of worth. A vessel fell from the sky. We seek a precious weapon that was taken from it.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks is the same one the Absolute's followers are hunting. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Help us find it, and I will leave your blood beneath your skin unspilled.
Don't help them. Don't tell them a thing. We're dead if you do.
Do not speak. Your bleating offends my ears. Just stand still.
He begins to move his hand in a quick flurry of gestures. You realize he's casting Detect Thoughts.
Nothing even approaching a useful thought in that skull. I ought to just kill you. A worthless kill, no sport. If this one was even slightly useful, I might spare her. Unlikely. But it costs me nothing to spare your sorry life. Very well, Istik. Seek out survivors from the ship that crashed on this wretched world. Bring me their heads. Bring me the weapon. If you succeed, the reward will be great. Now go.
it all! I required your silence, and you made me a mockery! A Kithrak demanded my head. I should have given him yours. Bah! This is a distraction. The Kithrak deserves the whole of my scorn. How dare he speak my queen's name? How dare he dishonor her child? Do not be naive. I followed protocol. I've earned Vlaakith's favor. I will remove the parasite. I will see the Kithrak dead, and I will offer his head to Vlaakith herself. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Tonight, you can't chase the thoughts of that poor girl you killed from your head. You wonder what she looked like as she died. Squirming, skewered in abject agony. You would have given anything to have seen it. As you jolt awake, too many questions plague you. When the proud deed of her death was yours, why do you have no recollection of it?
Milady? Jubilant day! I have found your vile self at last! Sceleritas fell. Your loyal and ever-adoring butler. I followed you, my dear rotted master. We have been parted so tragically long. Oh, one hell of a butler. The most unprincipled servant you could hope for. You have always struggled to conduct yourself properly without me. I found you following the stench of that bard. She reeked across the coast like a piece of dog muck on the road. My, we will be reintroducing necrophilia to your schedule in no time. Anyways, I come once again bearing a part of your dreadful inheritance. You earned this iniquitous prize through your great show of exceptional violence the other night. I'm sure Master will be better soon. A fellow of your fine breeding is never down for long. I cannot wait until your next act of shameless barbarity. That mithering thing? Pay no mind to it. We have been with you always, and always by your side we will remain. Be true to yourself, my lady.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
What's this? What's happening?
Your blood runs quicker, feeding the gnawing absence at the center of your mind. His mind opens up, revealing cracked and quivering memories. At their heart, you see dark eyes commanding you to feed. You open your mouth and bite down, not into a tender neck, but into the twisting body of a rat, the only thing your master lets you eat.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Thank you. Do you think you could trust me just a little further? I only need a taste. I swear. No. No, of course. Silly of me to even ask. I'll go and find something on 4 legs to eat, I suppose. See you in the morning.
You watch him stalk away, slumped, sulking, and ready to kill. Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Stray. Blood can only be honored with blood. The drow script inscribed on the blade flickers and glows. It rises from the stone, hanging in the air in silent offering.
More are coming.
Who? What in the hells are you?
They're coming. They're coming.
You can listen all you want, but it can get the hells out of my head.
They're coming. You're coming.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
The parasite is quiet. You feel no bond with the creature. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
I can mend neither skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you. The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Let us spill blood. Dwergar or myconid, I care not which.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song. An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word. We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't worry. I wouldn't hesitate.
Ripple bark could sustain an entire village if seeded properly.
Very well.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zirkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis? That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Omelium.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. Moreover, the cranium has undergone severe trauma. It is a miracle the brain functions at all. Extraction would risk much. It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. Of course, I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timosk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timosks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric. The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
May your travels be safe and swift. Fleshwalker, tongue talker, far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It shudders, twisted by your brutal honesty. It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwargar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwargar rot. I mean to join you. I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my people. I will erase theirs. Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Looking into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone. Faint sounds echo against unseen stone. Nothing discernible by eye or ear. Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Quiet! Or your meat will fill my belly. You disturb me still. Enough. Away from here.
You choke down the acrid mushroom. A memory embraces your unlovable carcass. You see a grand collection. Shelves of jarred, floating, pickled organs neatly labeled. Taxidermied beasts and men, elegantly displayed from your killings. A study no doubt arranged neatly by your gentleman's gentle goblin. As you and your butler perform a vivisection, Scelaritas's claws slips, calipers cutting the aorta of the living, screaming victim. His tears mingle in with the golden fountain. As the memory begins to clear away, one thing is certain. The butler lies not about his past service.
What? Gek! Got someone sneaking up on us!
You got a bloody rot flower for company? Must have let it get in your head. My axe will fix that in no time.
The tumor is excised. The Dwargar are dead. Here, I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death Doer, The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign. A fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Dwergar flourished. I sang to Spore for help, yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, Smooth Mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward, or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of Glut to devour it whole. A tune of division, yours to sing. 3 scrolls in all. Keep your allies steady, and your foes fearful. Melodies of peace, even in war. A gift of Circle Glut. Come then. Bring me to Spore and I will sing its doom. The age of Glut begins. King of kings I am. Let this place be sacred. Circle Glut takes root. My spawn will rise and sing of your might. You will be called Kingbringer. Take my gift of song. Cry it low or loud, but cry it proud, Kingbringer. So it is certain, and so you are known.
Spore's old song falters in the Myconid's minds, swallowed by a new rhythm. The song of Glut.
You have served well, Kingbringer. But our work is not done. Spore was a coward. But in one thing it was correct. The Drow near must die. Bring me his head. A coronation gift.
Look, I'm all for killing him, but what's in it for us?
You have my favor, Kingbringer. But yes, there will be riches as well. Go! Cross the lake and kill the Drow.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
You! What are you doing on Gek's raft? Where's Gek?
Who are you?
Your parasite stirs briefly, then goes still. The Dwegar is not infected. Is ready to sail.
Whitman at ready, lass. Company's calling.
What do we got here? Dead hoon walking, seems like. Got any reason I shouldn't sever your head and toss it to the Rothe?
Let her try. My thirst for blood has yet to be quenched.
That right? And just what do...
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwegar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be... You're one of them cult freaks. Felt the tingle. In that case, let's talk business. Your twat's old friend Nair caused a rockfall, trapped tighter than a hornet's arse.
Couple of known slaves stuck with him too. Little bastards.
You absolute shaggers owe us a crapload of coin. You want through? Make a donation. Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you, that twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
I am keen to sever Nir's head. A shame we must do the favor of freeing him first. As for the gnome slaves, pay no heed. A bleeding heart is an unnecessary burden.
Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one, but enough to blow the drow out. Someone should grab it. Slaves are never gonna manage with pickaxes.
Can't go chasing maybes. The sergeant's our ticket in.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone's having a listen.
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nir's debt off her? I ain't parleying with more twat souls. And you got the stench. If I didn't know better, I'd say a mind flayer shat a worm in your brain. Should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay up.
The shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them. Could be you're right. Something's different with you. In that case, want to earn some gold? Thrin's after the Absolute's glory. That's why she's got those slaves digging for Nia. But we ain't need glory, just coin. And Nia's got plenty. Help Thrin free Nia. Then you and my chums grind him up. Whatever the spoils, we'll drop you a fat cut. You in? Good. But first, we need to take care of something. You've seen that weird orbi floating about? Knife it. And don't get caught. The cult watches through it, and we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it. Good. Drop it near the rubble when it's time. Flaming arrow or some such will set it off. Now move. You're hogging my air.
I speak true, brothers. You know it in your hearts. You know it in your very souls.
We need no Lolth, no Spider Queen. Father Murmuth is the head of Clan Lur. He hatched us, raised us, feeds us.
What care we for his business here? He keeps us small, keeps us contained. We should be with the Spider Queen, revered, adored. But it goes beyond logic. Do you not feel it, brothers? The pull for something more. Do you not see it, friend, visitor? Their unfulfilled potential.
You sense very little from the shifting trio.
My bite could be stronger.
My venom more devastating.
Xanta, is it so? This, and so much more. In Lolth's hairy embrace, all is possible.
Her embrace.
We're ready.
We follow.
Yes. Now, brothers, our new dawn awaits.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off.
Oh, hate being taken all literal-like by fancy types like you. We've work to do. Stuff your Pegasus where the rainbow don't shine.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours.
Absolute.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
Faster! Heat up some rocks!
Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Not the most sophisticated way of getting what you want from someone, is it?
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders. Poorly, obviously. Tunnel collapsed on a true soul. Absolute's going to eat my liver. Now move! I've got no time for...
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories. Just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads. That's so. Set it near the rubble and ignite it. That'll blow the drow out.
Finally. Worthless slaves. Your incompetence has been my ruin. Does not fail. Baldur! No!
Thrin, the Absolute gave you everything. And this fiasco is how you reward her?
Me and mine worked flat out. I was cracking the whip day and night. Tell him, true soul.
Your best was not good enough. Near pities you, Thrin. Your errors and excuses. And your sorry end.
Hells. Bloody hell's had enough of your shit. You come turning my people, striking Thrin dead, and you still ain't paid up. Sell it out, you brickhole!
Drop the blade, Dwergar. You shall have your coin.
You're damn right I'll have it. Me and that one, we got a deal. We beat your ass and dig the Jews out from your carcass.
You bargained with this wretch. How vexing. True soul, prove your faith. Strike him down. Fool. Your silence speaks to your heresy. For the Absolute!
Shindilrin's shithouse. You see it? Cockstench had a wriggler in his skull. All the more reason to clear out. Here's your cut. I always keep my word. Clan, grab your gear, wipe your asses. Time I scrammed before more pricks from Moonrise Towers move in. Your brain going mushy, Shark. That's where those absolute freaks hole up. Goblins, drow, gnolls, even humans. Ain't no one they won't try to turn. The way I hear tell, some prick there calls the shots. The General near called him. And there ain't no way I'm sticking around long enough to meet him.
The decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body.
I'm coming along, just not fast enough. Any word on my people?
They're dead? I'm alone? No. I should have been with them. Should have died with them. Leave me.
Circle Glut is eternal. As commanded. A capable servant you have made, Kingbringer. You have earned my favor. Once I sang to you of home. Look now on Glut's domain, and tell me what you see. Ah, the circle sings to you its truth. Your voice is forever welcome in our harmonies. So long as you remember that it is the Song of Glut.